Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about why the DVD is still the king of physical media. And you might say, that's a bit of a random thing to say, Jamie. Aren't you a big Blu-ray collector? Well, yeah, but I've got some points here that I'm going to go through, and I'm going to talk about why DVD is still the king of physical media. Now, obviously, it's dot points because I work better off dot points, and I want to expand on certain things. So let's go to the first dot point. It's more for if there's no internet available. So yeah, a big collector market of DVD is like, you want to own it, obviously. It's a collector market. You want to own the movies you like. It's a cheaper point of entry, but the big benefit of DVD is that, let's say you just want to watch Jurassic Park, and usually you would stream it. Usually your preferred method to experience that movie is the streaming version, or Netflix, or wherever it's housed these days. Then, if the internet goes down, how are you going to watch that movie? You haven't downloaded it? You haven't done any of that? How are you going to experience it? Well, there is a way to experience it. If you had it on DVD, you can go like, okay, I just want it there for if something happens. I want it there in case the internet goes down. I want it there in case it's taken off streaming, or I want it taken down or changed or anything. It's your version. You get to watch it any way you watch. But it's there. You know, it's ready to go at a second's notice if you want to watch that movie, and it's a cheaper point of entry. But let's go into the second point. You own your favorites on a physical format, and that's what I mean. Like, you own Jurassic Park, or you own whatever on a physical format. You own that version. It is yours. It's no license. They're not going to take it away from you. Unless you break the disc in half or something, you're not going to lose that. It's yours. It's in your collection. And it's a cheaper point of entry. Like, look, the next dot point I've got here will explain it all. Because this is the thing, I thought a bit ahead because I know I get off topic in these videos. But the next thing I wrote down was, you get all the same features as the expensive Blu-ray and 4K options, just at a lower resolution. Now, some people might say, oh, but, you know, you can get it at Blu-ray, you can get it at 4K, why would you go for the DVD? Most people just want the movie. They just want to own it, they just want to have a physical copy, and they want to feel like they've supported the movie industry and their favorites that they've bought. So, for them, they get everything in that package. They get the special features, they get everything they want, they get the commentaries. And you get all that options for a much cheaper base rate of getting in. You get it for whatever you pay for the DVD. Now, obviously, it's for newer movies, it's about the same, or like a couple of dollars cheaper than Blu-ray. But it is a couple of dollars cheaper in the cost of living crisis, and people are looking at that. And likewise, you also get most of this is available on streaming at higher resolutions anyway. So, you know, it's more of just in case. It's not like they're not going to replace it with Blu-ray. Then the reason they're not going to spend the higher cost of Blu-ray on it is because to them, if they can get it for the same price as DVD, they might pick up the Blu-ray. But for them, it's just like, if it goes down or whatever, they can still access it. Also, if they've got an older laptop or something, they can put it into their older laptop. And most laptops had a DVD drive, or, you know, DVD is much more available in everything than Blu-ray ever was. And you might say, oh, but Blu-ray's been around forever. There are still computers shipping with DVD drives. I'm just sorry to tell you, Blu-ray never caught on in the PC scene. In terms of, like, DVD was everywhere in PCs. And yes, some computers, desktops, included a Blu-ray drive. I'll give them that. But it wasn't as widespread as DVD. DVD was in everything. So, you know, if you just wanted to watch it on something, it's much more widely available. It'll work on just about everything. And for you, it might just be like, oh, I want to own my favorite in case the internet goes down, in case the power grid goes down. I can access it anywhere. I can have something to watch it on. I can have a portable DVD player just on standby that I can pull out at a second notice and watch it, whatever, in case I didn't download anything. Most people just want a copy of their movie. They don't care how they own it. And that's why it's still the king. And with upscaling, you're not really losing much anyways. Like, there are some DVD upscales that I've seen that rival Blu-ray. Like the Ring trilogy on the Japanese Ring trilogy. Not the American, although if American's your thing, that's your thing. Have a drink of this Coke. Oh, totally not Coke. I haven't got a sponsorship from them, but oh well. But you know, we're upscaling. It's essentially the same thing at this point. Like, you can get it really close to the Blu-ray version. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as clear as Blu-ray. It's not going to be this or that. It's not going to have the color grade. It's not going to have the surround sound in most cases. It's not going to have all this stuff. But with upscaling, the Ring, for example, looked very close to the Blu-ray. And I had both versions, and I was comparing them one day back 5-6 years ago, and I was like, this is really close. Like, this is very close to what it is. And I have the new 4K version of the Ring, Ring U, the original Ring from Japan. I haven't got to that yet, but it's just like, with upscaling on like UB820 or whatever, or even the Sony players, you can get very close. And the fact that a DVD can rival a 4K or maybe even a 4K is testament to how good the format was. And yes, you might say it's a SD format. Well, realistically, most people don't care. Sorry to tell you, like, most people are not collectors like me or you or whoever. Most people just want to say, yeah, I just want to own my movie. I don't care how format I own it on. I just want to have it there ready to go in case something happens. Like, I'm a big fan of Titanic. There is a guy on TikTok who has, like, I don't know, a couple of thousand versions of Titanic on VHS. I think he's Titanic fan 97 or something. He's got some insane amount of VHS copies. I did have a problem for him snapping a Laserdisc in half. Like, dude, you do not break the movie in half. There needs to be every version of Titanic available. Don't break the Laserdiscs in half. Stop doing it. And you might say, oh, but it's my copy. I don't care. I'm a fan of the movie. If you're a real fan of the movie, stop snapping them in half. That's my little gripe with him. Titanic fan 97, you're cool, bro. You're cool. Just stop snapping Laserdiscs in half. But, there is a guy who collects Titanic on VHS, and that's his preferred version. And yeah, to him, that is the definitive way to watch it. That is the way he wants to watch it. I'm sure he might want to watch it on streaming and at a higher resolution, at 4K, whatever. But his preferred version is VHS, and he's doubled down on that, and he's made a hobby out of it as well. So, cool dude. But you know what I mean? Like, for him, VHS is just as good. There are people who still own stuff like the Evil Dead on VHS. To them, that is the best version. Even on Betamax, I own a Nightmare on Elm Street on what is it called, Blu-ray, but also VHS. I've got a Nightmare on Elm Street because to me, a Nightmare on Elm Street on VHS is just so much more scary than even the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray shows a lot of the imperfections, and VHS, for example, at that lower resolution, 240p or whatever it is, it hides a lot of that. It hides a lot of the problems with that movie. And with the blurred and the sound, the blurred motion, the sound, like the VHS effect, it makes it so much better, that movie. And yeah, it's a legendary movie, but I think it just makes it so much better. But this is what I mean, like, people just want to own what they're nostalgic for. Maybe the version they first watched the Jurassic Park or something on was the DVD, in which case they want to experience it the way they experienced it all those times before. So there are a lot of reasons why DVD is still king. The cost is a big one. A lot of people are just like, I just want to own the movie. And yes, the collectors will go, oh, but we need to have it on 4K. We need to have it on every format. We need to have it here and there. Most people, the casual consumer, is not going to care about that. They're just going to care about, oh, cool, Jurassic Park. Cool, own it now. Perfect. In my collection. Done. There's nothing wrong with DVD. Sorry to tell you, but there's just nothing wrong with DVD. And if you're a DVD collector, just because you see my Blu-ray collection or whatever, and I know I'm doing it in front of a chair right now, a red background, but there is nothing wrong with DVD. If you're a DVD collector, great, good for you. You are collecting, at least. That is what is important in this day and age. We're all physical media collectors. Also, VHS collectors, you're also collectors as well. Laserdisc collectors, definitely. I've got 100 and something Laserdiscs myself, but I'm half tempted to sell them off because they're just taking up so much room, but I've got Laserdiscs there ready to go as well. I've got them, if I want to experience that format, they're there. So, yeah, we're all physical media collectors. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. I just think we need to stop thinking like, oh, DVD is obsolete. It's not obsolete. In terms of streaming, yeah, streaming is just destroying everything not destroying. Streaming is the, where everyone is at the moment. Streaming is the future. It's the now, in fact. It's even the now. But it's not going to be, I'm having another drink because I'm talking a lot. But like, I think streaming is, what's it called? Streaming is kind of it's the future, it's the current, but there's still people who want to be like, okay, I don't care about any of this online stuff. I just want to have a good movie. I want to have it ready to go. I don't want to have to think about which streaming service it's on or where it is. I want to have it as cheap as possible, but I want to have access to it when I want to have it. Most people just want that. Most casual people who just want to have a movie want to have it there ready to go. And yeah, if that works for you, that is great. You're collecting, it works for you. Don't worry what anyone tells you. Don't worry about whatever. You support physical media or streaming if you want to own it physically or whatever, or digitally. That's fine as well. Now, obviously, I have a bit of a problem with digital collections. I've had my own experiences with them, but that's a different video. But anyways, guys, if you like the video, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Go onto my socials, The Physical Ways on Instagram. It's got an S on the end, so it's The Physical Way with an S on the end, or one word. Or on TikTok, it's The Physical Way. There is no S on the end. It's just like my channel, The Physical Way. Go and like those pages. I want to get those Instagram numbers up particularly, so go and look at the Instagram if you have time. Go and follow the Instagram, because I want to get those Instagram numbers up. Because I've been doing a lot more on Instagram, and nobody follows you on Instagram. It's really weird. It's really off-putting. It's like, I get thousands of views on there, but it's like no one hits follow, and it's kind of off-putting. It's like, okay, are you guys actually into that content? Or I know people follow me on TikTok all the time. Like, I've got 1,600 subscribers on TikTok, or followers on TikTok, but no one follows me on Instagram. It's really weird. It's kind of bizarre. I get all these views, and then no one actually follows through and follows. It's weird. But anyways, guys, I'll get back to you in another video, and yeah, peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.